Alright, assalamu alaikum everybody. Welcome back. So we already did the past tense and we did nasara, nasaru, that family. And then we also did sami'a, sami'u, sami'at, and so on. We did the past tense of nasara, we did the past tense of sami'a, and we did past tense of inqalaba. And now let's look at basically the pattern again. We're going to start with our default, which is nasara yansuru. So every time you will be learning a new word, I will be giving you the basically, nasara yansuru. Okay, that's all I'm going to give you. Yansuru. Okay, if I say kataba, I say kataba yaktubu, right? Darrasa yudarrisu. That's all I will give you. And then you will have to figure out the rest of it by just following the same pattern, which is what do you do with the beginning, what do you do with the ending. So for past tense, we know we did nothing in the beginning. We kept the nasara same. Nasar. All we did was change the ending to a, u, ta, tuma, tum, ti, tuma, tunna. Check out the last video to really see what goes on with the past tense. But let's talk about the present tense. In present tense, you have the beginning and the ending. So I gave you yansuru. Yansuru. Now for the third person, we know this is the third person masculine, this is third person feminine. For the third person, you are playing around with the beginning and ending. So in the first case, for the hua version, ya stays the same. Okay, ya is the same. Yansuru. Now ani is giving you the indication of dual, right? So yansurani, yansuruna. So present tense, ya is the indication of the of the verb. Okay, ya right here, and then the ending, ani, una. Okay, yansuru, yansurani, yansuruna. The hiya is basically tansuru. Okay, for one person, singular basically is tansuru. Tansurani, that stays. That's again to give you indication that two female are doing an action. It is tansurani. You're changing the ending, and then yan surna. Okay, yan, and then the sukun and yan surna. That gives you the indication of third person feminine plural. Okay, yansuru, yansurani, yansuruna. Tansuru, tansurani, yansurna. Again, tansuru, this is for anta, second person masculine. Tansuru, tansurani, tansuruna. So one thing we figure out is that una, again, una, and then ya in the beginning is the indication of home. Okay. Ta and una is the indication of antum. Okay, this is the indication of antum. Who's doing the action? Tansuruna. And again, this guy, this, and then maybe, of course, yansuru. These are the ones that are used a lot.
Let's have a quick recap of past tense and present tense.
All right. So these are the ones that are used a lot. Dual might be a little bit, but just concentrate on the ones that I just showed you. So let's keep on going. Tansuru, again, tansurani, tansuruna, right? That's for the antum. Tansurina for anti, and then ina. Tansurani, same thing. And then tansurna. The difference between a lot of you female and a lot of those female is the ta in the beginning. Yansurna is for all of those female. Tansurna is for all of you female. And then of course our ansuru and nansuru, just the beginning, is the indication of ana and nahnu. So that was our nasara yansuru. The other one we did was sami'a yasma'u, right? Sami'a yasma'u. So let's just do that chart real quick. Yasma'u. I will give you this. Yasma'u. So all you're gonna do is keep the haraka on the sin, meme, and ayn almost the same, especially the two in the middle. Yasma'u, sami'a yasma'u, yasma'u, yasma'ani, yasma'una. They all listen. Yasma'una. Tasma'u. Okay, you can see the sukoon on the scene and the meme stays the same. You're just changing the beginning over here. Yasma'u becomes tasma'u, tasma'ani. What is this one? Okay, you remember the ya in the beginning. The scene and meme have the same haraka throughout. Ayn will get a sukoon and right like that. Yasma'na. Okay. Yasma'u, yasma'ani, yasma'una, tasma'u, tasma'ani, yasma'na. Now you might look at the Nasara chart and you'll be like, well, it was yansurna. Yansurna. So the meme, it's the equivalent in Nasara family is the sod, right? The middle letter was sod. So it would be like yansurna. How come meme has a fatha instead of a dhamma? Well, that's just the way the word is. That's the difference. That's why I told you there's 14 different families that I'll be giving you. So nasara yansuru, sami'a yasma'u, not yasmu'u, right? So every word will have a different way of different harakat, different zair zabar pesh or fatha kasra dhamma. But I'm giving you the yasma'u part. That's the hard part, I guess, that I'll be giving you. You're not changing these guys right here. You're gonna keep this the same throughout your rest of the chart. Okay, Seen and meme, the middle letters are gonna have the same haraka. You're just playing around with the ending, the ya in the beginning, and then the ayn. Whether you're gonna adding ani at the end or una at the end, that's what's gonna be changing. But let's keep going with our chart. Yasma'u, yasma'ani, yasma'una, tasma'u, tasma'ani, yasma'na. Again, tasma'u, tasma'u, tasma'ani, tasma'una. Okay. There's a sukoon right here. Tasma'una. Just like the sukoon and the fatha in the sin and meme and throughout. That's not changing. Okay. Tasma'ina for anti. Tasma'ani. Tasma'na. Tasma'na. Asma'u, I listen. Asma'u, nasma'u, we listen. Nasma'u. Okay? So again, you can see that the main thing is that we're changing the ending. The una sounds, the sukoon and the na sound for hunna. Again, una sound, but over here is a ta, over here is a ya. The ani sound, for the most cases, it's a ta. There's a ta over here, ta over here. Only time it is ya in the beginning is for huma, for masculine third person. And then you have same thing here. This is tasma'na, and just like over here is yasma'na. Nasma'u for we, asma'u for ana, yasma'u right here, which I will give you, is for huwa. And then the that tasma'u, these are the ones that are used for both hiya and anta. A masculine you and a feminine she is basically it looks exactly the same. You just know it by context. And tasma'ina, that's for anti. You're playing around with the ta and you're putting an ina at the end. That is to give you tasma'ina. So now look, we already did nasara yansuru. We did sami'a yasma'u. Let's look at one of those crazy families, like the one with more than 3 letters in them. Okay. So let's do inqalaba. Since we already did the past tense of inqalaba, I will give you this guy right here. So I will say if it's inqalaba, this is gonna be yanqalibu. Okay, yanqalibu. So inqalaba yanqalibu. Again, the root letters are qaf, lam, and ba. The ya and noon are basically part of the family. Just like even in qalaba, the past tense, the alif and noon are just part of the family, part of the structure. Okay, but we're just we're not. So we're gonna be playing around with the qaf, lam, and ba are basically part of the root letter, basically qalb. But the ya and noon are just additional to the family. So you'll be playing around with these in order to basically complete the whole chart. But either way, before we get too technical here, just look at this. Yanqalibu. Okay, I gave you inqalaba yanqalibu. You don't have to figure out anything over here. Yanqalibu is yanqalibu. Figure out the rest based off just like yansuru and tansuru or yasma'u that you've already done. What do we do when it comes to huma? Yanqalibu, yanqalibani. All you're doing is adding a alif and noon at the end. Yanqalibani, yanqalibuna. Nothing has changed from yanqalibu. Yanqalibu stays the same. The ba, all you're doing is adding an una at the end, right? Over here, tanqalibu, tanqalibani, tanqalibani. Okay. Yan qali, and then ba gets a sukoon and na. So noon, qaf, lam are gonna have the same haraka throughout. Sukunan noon, fatan qaf, kasran lam. Don't need to know the meaning. Don't need to know anything about what's happening with there's so many letters in this word. It's too hard. We can't take it. No, just change the beginning and the ending based off what I've already taught you. Yanqalibu, yanqalibani, yanqalibuna. Just like yansuru, yansurani, yansuruna. Tanqalibu, tanqalibani, yanqalibna. Okay. Now over here, same thing. This is gonna be tanqalibu, tanqalibani, tanqalibuna, tanqalibuna. Looks almost just like this guy, except the ta is over here. Okay. Tanqalibu, so this guy, anti, is tan qalibina. Okay. Tan qalibina, tan qalibani, tan qalibna, tan qalibna. Anqalibu, anqalibu, nan qalibu. Okay, how easy is that? Just basically changing the just play around with the beginning, okay, and the endings. Ani, ta stays the same throughout over here. Over for ana, you're changing the alif. So if I give you yanqalibu, you should know how to say ana, anqalibu. You should also know how to say nahnu, nanqalibu. You should also know how to say anta and hiya, which is just changing this ya to ta. Tanqalibu, same thing, right? So these are the guys where you're not really changing the ending, you're just changing the beginning. yanqalibu or tanqalibu over here, anqalibu, nanqalibu. The other easy ones are just take this yanqalibu that I gave you and put an una at the end. So this becomes yanqalibuna. Okay. Over here, the una is the same. You're changing the beginning, tanqalibu, right? Ya becomes ta, tanqalibuna, indication of antum. And then only thing is for anti, you need to know that it's tanqalibina, okay? And then for hunna and antunna, okay, these are kind of same thing as what we do even in past tense. We put a sukoon on the last letter, and then we put, so it was like, let's say if it was inqalaba, inqalabu, inqalabat, inqalabata, inqalabna, right? Inqalabna. So basically all we did was whatever I give you, you're just putting a sukoon on the last letter, in this case ba, and put a noon at the end. That's the same thing we do even in the past tense. So inqalabna. Only thing is for the antunna version, the ending stays the same, but the beginning, instead of ya, you're putting a ta. But overall, as you can see by just looking at all of these families, different present tense, anytime you see a ya in the beginning or a ta in the beginning, okay, let me erase this. So indication in the beginning is basically ya, ta, alif, and noon. Okay, that's the basically indication of present tense verbs. And then past tense you already know, but for present tense is basically ya, ta, alif, noon, and something with the ending, whether it's una or just a na or ina. Okay, these are the things that are giving you indication of if something is a verb. So that takes care of our present tense chart. In the last video I did past tense, and now the next I'll write down all the 14 families, their meanings, and past and present. What you have to do is create 28 charts, and we'll talk about that in the next video. Thank you.